We have our character class here, and there is class composition going on because we have an object of type weapon as one of the instance variables, and we also have an array of potions objects as an instance variable. So the question here is, how do we set up the toString so that it will print out the contents of the values of the instance variables of the object when some of the instance variables are objects? Right? Well, what we're going to need to do is use the weapon class's toString, and we're going to need to use the potion class's toString as well. So if we take a look back here, you can take a look and see our weapon is made up of a name and an attack, and the toString returns the weapon's name and the attack. Great. We can use that. Now we're over here on the potion, and you can see the potion has a type and a strength, and the toString returns the type and the strength. Right? So we can also use that. How will we do it? Well, down here in the toString, right, we are currently printing out the name, the energy, and the attack. But we also want to print out the weapons information. So I'm going to go ahead and add comma. I'm going to do a new line here. \n weapon. I'm just going to do a \n. And then I'm going to do a plus, and I'll say weapon.toString. So what is this going to do here? Right? This is going to print a new line, and then it's going to run the weapon's toString, which is going to return the weapon's name and attack as a string, and we're going to place it right here. Right? So now how do we run the potions toString since the potions are an array? Right? Well, when you have an array of objects, what you need to do is this, and you always need to do this. We got to create an empty string, so I'm going to call it potion info, like so. And in the potion info, I'm going to need a for loop through the array list. I'm sorry, the array of potions, like so. And I'm going to need to run the toString of each object in the potions array and concatenate it onto the end of this empty string. Right? So what is this for loop going to do? It's going to iterate the first time, and it's going to take the first potion in the list, run the toString. It's going to return the potion's name and type. Type and strength, and it's going to concatenate it onto this empty string. It's going to iterate again, and it's going to get the second potion's information and concatenate it onto the end of that. And then it's going to get the third potion concatenated onto the end of that. And then at the very end, after this for loop has finished executing, potion info will contain all of the information from all of the potions. Right? So then all we need to do is come here to the end and add a new line along with potion info. Okay. Now, yep, that should be good. So let's go ahead and run this and see if it works. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm running the wrong one. I need to run the driver. And you can see in the driver that we have created the hero object, right, by creating a weapon, creating an array of potions, filling the array of potions with potion objects, and then giving the constructor the weapon and the array of potions. And now we're running the toString on the hero object. So let's go ahead and see if it does what we think it should do. And so here we go. So it says the character's name is Daniel, energy, attack. The weapon's name is dagger, and its attack is 25. And the potion type is full, strength 100, potion type, potion type. So it looks like we need to add a new line on the end of each potion. So I'm going to go ahead and do that here on the toString, or I'm sorry, on the character's toString. So here I'm going to add a new line, like so. And let's run it again and see if it works. Not quite. does not work. Okay, there we go. So I had to compile the character class. But now we have the character's name, energy attack, the weapon's name and attack, and then we have each of the potions in the array's information. And our toString works properly. So to recap, what do we need to do? We need to run any object's toString. And also, if we have an array of objects, you need to iterate through the array and concatenate the results of the toString onto the end of an empty string before adding the empty string to the end of the toString strings that it returns.